Jude Bellingham's start at Real Madrid has been obscenely strong. The young Englishman made Bernabeu fall in love with him, and his personality potential for the club is already being called one that can reach the level of Cristiano Ronaldo. Today, we will explain why all of this is not a joke and how Jude is becoming a successor to the legendary Portuguese in a white shirt. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get started. Many fans find it strange to hear Jude Bellingham being compared to Cristiano Ronaldo. Indeed, it is much easier to compare the Englishman to another club legend, Zinedine Zidane. It is about the position on the pitch and Jude's recognition of the Frenchman as his role model. Zidane, Bellingham said when asked which player impressed him the most, "I can't stop watching clips of him. He's probably my favorite midfielder. He's just unreal." These words are confirmed by the fact that Jude took the number 5 shirt that belonged to Zizou at Real. But although the Frenchman was an important player for Madrid, he had a greater impact on the club as a coach rather than a player. As for performances on the pitch, the Englishman's comparisons with Cristiano Ronaldo make sense. We can start with the fact that Bellingham is the first player since Cristiano to score in each of the first 4 matches for the club. The player whose youth team coach once gave him the number 22 shirt because he was a 10, an 8, and a 4 all added together. Now wears 5 and turns out to be a 9. Journalist Sid Lowe wrote in his article in The Guardian. Such an accurate description. Indeed, Jude has been impressive at the start of his career at Bernabeu, perhaps even more impressive than Cristiano. After all, scoring goals is not really his main job, but he does it anyway. In addition, Bellingham is only 20 years old, while Ronaldo was 24 at the time of the transfer. However, despite his age, Jude already looks like an incredibly mature footballer. One of the coaches in Dortmund said it best when describing the Englishman as the oldest 19-year-old in the world. Well, fair enough. It's hard to say whether Bellingham will be able to continue scoring this regularly, but it's almost certain that his influence on the team will only grow. And the fact that Jude hasn't even reached his full potential is frightening. After only a month of playing for Real Madrid, it can be argued that Bellingham's transfer for a little over 100 million euros is a real steal. Guys, like this video if you enjoy watching the Englishman play for Galacticos. It is believed that Real Madrid fans are a rather demanding audience, and you have to be a special player to make them not just chant your name, but sing an entire song. Well, Jude seems to have entered this group. After Bellingham scored the winning goal against Getafe, the fans started singing the Beatles' famous song, "Hey Jude." "I can't believe it, my legs were shaking," Bellingham said. "When they were singing 'Hey Jude,' I got goosebumps. I just wanted to turn and stand still and listen to it. I could feel the support. I don't know what I've done to deserve it. I'm just so grateful." Such a modest and decent reaction imbued with mutual respect for the fans. We are sure that Bellingham will be loved even more for these words. Such a passion for the club and a desire to wear a white shirt did not come from nothing. It's about the champion spirit, which is very close to him. Real Madrid's comeback DNA is real. I used to see it on TV when I was little, thinking surely they can't do it, and then they do it. Now that I'm here, I see it. There's no panic anywhere. We come back, Jude said. One of the most reputable Spanish outlets, Marca, writes that the fans have never had such love at first sight with Figo, Zidane, or the Brazilian Ronaldo. Again, only an analogy with Cristiano Ronaldo comes to mind. In 2009, the entire Santiago Bernabeu gathered for the Portuguese's presentation. However, at the time it was the most expensive transfer in football history, and it was the current Ballon d'Or winner. Jude's setting is different. People were not gathered at the stadium for his presentation because the arena was still under reconstruction at the time. Yet a very similar vibe came from the stands at the first home game against Getafe. Everything we see on the pitch, as well as from interviews with Real Madrid players, suggests that everyone at the club loves him already. Perhaps except for the employee who was responsible for Jude's name in the locker room. We hope that he decided to rename the Englishman to Bellingham by accident. Jokes aside, Jude has really already contributed to the team a lot. First, we should talk about the impact on the result. The Englishman made sure that the club never felt the departure of such an iconic figure as Karim Benzema. Carlo Ancelotti found himself in a difficult position because he did not get a top striker to replace the Frenchman. The transfer of Mbappe did not happen, and the club decided not to consider other options. Jude came to the rescue. He learns very quickly. You don't have to tell him things lots of times. It's a change. At Dortmund, he got between the lines more, but he's always been a player who goes forward, never back. Carlo Ancelotti praised the newcomer. So the coach changed the tactics to a 4-4-2 with a diamond in the midfield and put Jude at the top of it. It seemed that this formation had many drawbacks, and the main one was that Vinicius and Rodrigo were forced to play in uncomfortable center-forward positions. But all of this was overshadowed by Bellingham's performance. 5 goals and 1 assist in 4 games for Real Madrid was a great gift for the fans. Jude, who never played so far up front on a regular basis, is now leading the La Liga scoring race, and his attitude shows that he is not going to stop. Bellingham is touched by the wand of the football gods. He got charisma, he's got presence, he's got power, he's got a winner's body language, and he scores goals. AS columnist Thomas Roncero said about the player, "The players also adore Jude. In a game against Almeria, Vinicius even celebrated a goal like the Englishman, spreading his arms to the sides." In general, Jude and Vinicius are a new bromance in European football.
Son of a bitch.
These two not only work well together on the pitch, but also, despite the language barrier, find common ground in life. This can be judged at least by the fact that they constantly comment on each other's posts on Instagram. But not only young players appreciate Bellingham. Here's what Tony Kroos has to say about him. "A lot of other people at the age still make a lot of hierarchy things. A lot of technical mistakes. You don't see that much with him. So far, I have to say that he's already an absolute asset to our game. As it is known, Maestro Tony never throws words around." Bellingham is insane. I don't know what to say, I'm speechless. He's a great kid. These are David Alaba's words. Jude himself is excited about the start of a new journey and is very grateful to the fans for their support. "I don't know what I've done to deserve it, but I'm very grateful," Bellingham says humbly. Modesty and unselfishness are what distinguishes the Englishman from Cristiano Ronaldo. In all other ways, Jude is slowly becoming a new Cristiano for Madrid, and he seems to be perfect for the role. A renewed Bernabeu, a refreshed Real Madrid, and a new young Galactico in the squad. This is how the start of another, hopefully, great era in the history of the Royal Club looks like. Friends, write in the comments your impressions of Jude Bellingham's performance at the start of his Real Madrid career, and whether he can match Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of legacy in the club's history. Also, be sure to check out other videos from our channel among the suggested ones. Enjoy watching and see you soon.